So I just wanted to pop up. Um, I have some advice, I guess, to not second guess yourself. Um, and that's what everything. Like, don't ever second guess. Um, if you're gonna burn out on something, or you gotta move at a certain speed, or second guess. Like anything. I got into a lot of shit just second guessing myself. So I feel like don't ever second guess your intuition and anything. You really don't know what can happen. So just don't do that. Yeah, lately it's a gravel between the two. I feel like you might get to a certain point on this road where you might have to do what you want. Hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I feel like I need to do. This is where I'm at. This is where my patience level is for certain things. And, opportunity presents itself, always take it. But I also feel like, don't hold on to things too long. Just don't second guess yourself. To be honest. So, I might have said that a few times, but I'm gonna say why. Cause when you doubt your intuition, you doubt, what you're feeling. When you doubt, just kind of like where, it's that pressure, it's that line between should I or should I not. I think that your intuition will tell you, hey, maybe I should. Sometimes it tells you shouldn't. Sometimes it tell you maybe you should rearrange your priorities, and stuff like that. I think every day, I think you just take it one day at a time, and over time, you'll see a shift, over the next few days or few weeks. I do feel like that society can burn you out if you let it, just depending on your work habits. You're trying to balance the social life, your health, and everything above. And then you have to deal with, you don't have to. I highly advise for everyone to not give a fuck about what people think. Because I just don't advise that. We get in a lot of situations where, people talk about other people or say negative things. I've been around gossip my whole fucking life. Good things, bad things. It's like if you were to be yourself, at least for your whole life you were you. I think that you can't run from it. I see a lot of people putting on an act nowadays in my world, and it's like where they're just using people for certain things. Everywhere you go, you're gonna have to deal with somebody. It doesn't matter. You can say you don't too at home, but you do everywhere you go. Work, home. Even if you're a loner, you're a loner, but you still have to deal with people. I think I say this because sometimes people may second guess the right approach, or did I do this interview right? Did I do better? The question of doing better and performing at a higher rate is ultimately the best question, and it also comes down to second guessing what's your best decision to do first. Second, I'm really making this video for the people who are working on more things, or for people who are looking for new things and new people. Just don't get so caught up. Be careful. Really, and if I'm being honest, go within and really just like trust your intuition and trust your knowledge and trust that your gut is always right. If you feel like you need to slow down and take a break, or you need to change the pace, or you need to outsource whatever you're doing, if it's a business or if it's a relationship, do that. You know, like, do what you think is necessary. You know, I think that, I don't know, I mean, there's so many people on the planet. I feel like that it could get so wild so quickly when you're trying to balance everything, and really there's like no one to, I don't know what's the word to say, care more than you care. No one can go with it and care more than you care. I've talked to, I don't know, just having these conversations, and it's like, I think honesty will take you a long way when you're asking why are you doing something, and your direction to it, and the cards you have. But I don't think you should ever stress anything. You know, I also feel like, you know, being calm and relaxed is the key to high pressure situations. So at the end of the day, you know, most of the time you're right. Sometimes you're wrong, and I don't know, I feel like, I mean, I guess we all could say someone's playing the fence, but, you know, relationships or anything, it just requires, I mean, I'm not in a relationship, so I couldn't tell you much, but I've been in a few. It just requires patience, understanding, and accepting of someone where they're at. Sometimes the universe will do something interesting, and I've noticed this over my journey over the past few years, is that you'll get aligned with someone who's exactly where you are at in life, or you're on the way to ascending beyond it. And I don't know, I feel like that God works through honesty. Sometimes, you know, sometimes situation may be a minor thing, but sometimes it's big. And I can elaborate what I say by that. It's like, if everybody don't know, I believe these visions come from Creator. I feel like that when we, like, I don't know, the part of like not second guessing yourself is like not second guessing that dream, or not second guessing if it's possible to like go through whatever emotions you'll have to go through to get there, and dealing with the surrendering of what you can and can't control, and still, and while like, and I mean like for real, like while time is just flying by, you know, finding things in the midst of that to like keep you occupied, and things to work with what you do have. So like, obviously, just really putting the extra arm on loving yourself more. And, you know, sometimes you don't really get everything that you want, you know, out of something. But just kind of making sure you come first. You know, recently I got into like a big health scare earlier this week, just from like, you know, working, all these kind of things, and I had just came to the conclusion, like, it's only me. Like, if I burn out, if I don't, you know, I don't get that sleep I need, I don't get that, you know, that feeling, or I don't schedule or coordinate that time to work out, if I don't put that all together, I'm gonna feel it. And like, I feel like when people are working on 1,000 things and you're like, I'm done with this dream or I'm done what I've done, I think that the other option is to find the path that leads to a healthier lifestyle for you to live a certain way beyond that. I think everything is never ending. I say this because I watched a video today with X, and he was talking about how we're not slaves, we're not actual prisoners physically, we're prisoners mentally. I don't know, my argument may be a little different. I might want to say we're both. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor or middle class. You know, the government runs the whole thing with these taxes, and working class will always be taking care of what's going on in America through this way. But I will say with the mental prison is you are able to open your mind and connect with people with different possibilities that you don't think will happen. So I urge everyone to, we're all one, but I think it's just I don't know, maybe it's the unchanging love. But I think it's also the desire to have more love of what we want to do and create it. I don't understand the concept sometimes between why us as human beings, we never asked to be here. We never asked for this life. We just consciously woke up and was here one day. We were just a little baby. Like, what the hell? What am I? You're looking around like, what the hell am I? And then all of a sudden, somewhere on your journey of life, you have this inspiration to, some people may, some people don't. It just depends on the person. But you got the desire of wanting more or better. So I think life is interesting in itself because it's literally a concept of nothingness being created into something, period. And then that pertains to what is more. And I think when you get to more, those are the kind of things that come up, like that second guessing yourself. That mask. Do I have to have the saving face? Do I have to make the right faces? Do I have to do this or do that? Because I'm dealing with the survival mode of I have to be a certain way, act a certain way just to get there, because on the back end, shit is crazy as fuck. And I think the urge to know that, all right, the decisions that I need to make need to be calculated, but I should not go so fucking fast that I burn out. I only got 2 legs, you know what I mean? 2 legs, bro. 2 hands by design. I can't, it's a marathon. I think you run a marathon, it's easy in the midst of things where it's far, you're getting close, or you're in the middle. You're kind of like, man, I'm halfway there, but what if it don't work out? Should I have went another way? I don't know. I feel like trust your instinct, trust your intuition. Always make sure that things make sense. If you're working on a thing, make sure that everyone benefits. Have your heart in it if you can. If you don't have a heart, you cold-hearted. I don't know, do it with finesse. I don't know. I feel like I just think the concept of life is interesting. So I don't ever say panic, but for anybody who's been in survival mode, who's came from a childhood or a background where there was real no stability, or you're at your age point where you're not getting any younger, and it seems like that the things in life that you want are so far away, just understand that even if you're 32, 31, people have climbed, people have fall. When you're going through this life, you have to be in a marathon mind state for the rest of your fucking life, because you could get there, and if you burn out once you get there, you can't even maintain what you started. You know what I mean? And so I think that you must know how to restructure your life to get to a place where this could be a marathon that I can run, versus trying to do the sprint and the sprint and the sprint here and then the sprint there, and you're just on autopilot because you're just going from here to doing this to doing this to doing this to going this. You know, it's like, it's too much. So the end result too, you know, with all this, I'm just throwing out these jewels, but it's like, what you run away from, you end up chasing. I can vouch for that. I've ran away from women. They caught me. I ran away from, you know, problems. The problems came to me. I don't run. You know, and then it's like, okay. So, but sometimes even when you're not running, you might be running from something else that you don't even, or you're not aware of. I wouldn't say think about it too deeply, but you know, I think that shoot, I mean, honestly, no one should really stress that much. I think that, you know, being in a certain situation, being in a certain game, whatever you're doing to eat on this planet, there is a different momentum of feeling, especially when you have people that are relying on it. So definitely go for it. And last but not least, I guess in this video, I'd say that take everything I did, replay it, you assess it, and you think, and then you go from how you feel, what I said. Take what you like, take what you don't like, because obviously I'm a growing person too, and you go there. Everybody has a different plan, everyone has a different path, everyone has a different talent, everybody has different ways of thinking, but X is right about the mental prison. You know, a lot of times you may be on a floor or a level where you don't even realize that you can actually attract, or you can actually do things that can change your life quicker. And a lot of the answers are right in front of your face, because everybody's one, so everybody's kind of looking for that same thing, you know? You never know. I talked to a guy about starting a cleaning business. You don't really need money for that. You just need advertising, and you know, maybe you just need the material and be able to get there. You know, they may pay you first. So it's like, just know that no matter what level you at, there's always a way to finesse where you want to go with what you have. That's why I say don't get too caught up on what somebody else has, because their level might cost them more money, or more expenses, or more stress, or more burnout. There's so many things to this. All the answers are in front of you. All the games are there. It's right in front of you. You know, I don't think it's that hard to really figure out what to do next. But as far as a physical prison, I think where the physical prison lies in the taxes, it lies into, you might pay off your car, you may pay off your house, but now you have that insurance, and now you have that tax. And that money's always to the government. This money is not our money, you know? So it's like, this lifestyle that we have, this way that we live is very rented. And I think that whatever you can do to finesse it to where you're liking, to where that shit runs on until you're in the grave, go ahead and be that way. And whoever leaves, whoever comes, you know, that's the power of free will. Let people live their free will, but that doesn't make you any less of a person because you went up and down, up and down. So I hope this year, going so far, things have changed for you guys, and falling for the next 2023. Y'all continue to fuck it up. Devel's out. Peace.